As you mentioned, I'm so blessed to be a part of the Tim Tebow Foundation, and we exist to bring faith, hope, and love to those needing a brighter day in their darkest hour of need. But to really sum it up, it's to fight for people that can't fight for themselves. And I believe that's exactly why we're here today. Several years ago, we were finishing a leadership meeting, and I looked at Camille, our VP of Anti-Human Trafficking and Child Exploitation, and she had a very sober look on her face. And I said, Camille, what is it? What's breaking your heart? And she wrote down the number 20,000. And I said, Camille, 20,000 what? And she said, 20,000 boys and girls. That's the best guess of what law enforcement can see in rape and abuse images, but yet they're categorized as unknown, unidentified.
Shout out to Tim Tebow for even bringing this up. The amount of sex trafficking in this country, in this world, is actually insane. There's so many children, there's so many women, even men missing in this country, in this world, is actually insane. And I'm not trying to be the one to say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It's the government too. It's everybody. Not everybody, but the higher ups. Yeah, they're involved in that. Money apparently rules the world. So it's actually insane. Let's see what else Mr. Tebow got to say about this, because it's terrifying.
So that led us to a meeting in Lyon, France, with HSI, FBI, Interpol, Europol, NCMEC, Google, ONIMI, and 18 other countries to find out, okay, what actually is the closest thing to the truth? And it wasn't 20,000. It was 57,000 boys and girls in the ICSA database that have yet to be identified. And that led us to Renewed Hope 1, 2, and 3, which identified over 1,100 boys and girls, and over 550 of them have been safeguarded so far. And right now, 30 minutes away at C3, the Cyber Crime Center, which is just so many of the best investigators and agents that America has to offer. They really are incredible. We just came from there, and I just want to thank them, because they are the tip of the spear and the best of the best. And right now, the biggest operation ever in the fight against child exploitation is taking place with 30 countries, 34 agencies, 94 investigators and victim identification specialists, and hopefully it will be one of the biggest operations ever in history. But the problem is that the number now is not 57,000. With all of the work that all of these people and amazing law enforcement agents and nonprofit NGOs are doing all around the world, the number is not 57,000 like we said 2 years ago. It's over 89,000. We are losing the battle, and we are losing the war, and boys and girls are suffering for it. And to give you an idea of the scope of what's happening in America, there's a red dot map right over there over my right shoulder, and that's just a 6-month screenshot of the US. And every red dot that is on there is someone that is downloading, sharing, or distributing child rape images, almost all under the age of 12. And there's over 330 of them just in that 6-month screenshot. And we know that 55 to 85% of them are also hands-on offenders, and we know that your average offender has 13 victims in their lifetime. The scale of harm right here in America is, to a certain extent, hard to comprehend. But that's why we're here.
Did y'all see that? 80,000. Did y'all see that map? 80,000 from what they know. We don't even know for real. And that's just in the US. 80,000? That's more important than anything that's going on in the US right now. That is unbelievable, y'all. It's believable because it is believable. Hear me out, because the way this world and where this country is set up is horrible. They don't care about us. The higher up, them rich people don't care about us. They don't care about our children. It's insane, y'all. That map was insane. I can tear up right now. It's fucking disgusting. Excuse my language.
And when you knock down one of those doors, you also have no idea how many boys and girls you're going to find. From Operation Renewed Hope 1, one of the doors that was knocked down, when they went in and seized his computer, they found that he also had raped 30 other boys and girls in that neighborhood. So there's a lot of work to do. And Ranking Member Durman, you're right, we have to be able to act. A little over a year ago, I was at one of our protection centers, and a protection center has extra security because there's still a bounty and a price on these girls and young women's lives. And I was walking through the counseling rooms, and I walk up to one of the counseling rooms, And it's this beautiful couch, and it's got teddy bears and toys and children's books in it. And right behind the couch, there's a window. And right behind the window is the wall, and it's the edge of the protection center. I look up to the top of the wall, and it's the razor wire all the way around the top. And I'm just looking at this picture, and it's a surreal picture because inside, those girls are gonna be cherished and loved and protected and cared for. But on the outside, they went through an earthly form of hell. And I'm standing there looking at this picture, and one of our team members comes and whispers in my ear as I'm looking at this picture. And he said, man, isn't it such a thin line between tortured and treasured? And he was right. It is a thin line between tortured and treasured. And you are that thin line. And all of you are that thin line. But we have to have more people on that line, and we have to do a whole lot more, and we have to do it faster. Because every day we wait, they're suffering, they're crying, and I believe right now many of them are praying that we would respond. But how are we really going to respond? Because I ultimately also believe that this is what we're called to do. And what is calling me, and in my opinion, the best definition is an urgent and divine invitation to accept responsibility for a particular task. But the question is, will we actually accept the responsibility of caring for these boys and girls and truly protecting them, or are we just going to continue to talk about it? Because there's so much we can do, but the question is, will we? Thank you for having me, and thank you for letting me be a part.
Like I said, shout out to Mr. Tebow. He was a freaking college football legend. Didn't really do too much in the NFL, but I didn't know he went to the politics side of stuff. Yeah, I didn't know he went to the politics side of stuff. And that's a lot of people don't talk about sex trafficking in one of those topics in politics, but he brought it up, and I appreciate that for him. And I hope they don't mess with him for even bringing that up. And I hope they solve all of these cases that they're not even cases. The police, the investigators are not even looking into stuff like this, which is insane. But Tim Tebow and his foundation is, and I appreciate him for that, for real. That's amazing. I really hope his foundation is definitely successful in this, because it's like they're locking people up for the dumbest stuff ever, but there's so many missing children, just missing people in general in this country, in this world, and you locking people up for the most simplest, dumbest stuff ever. You can get locked up for not having insurance in your car. You can get locked up for your kid missing school too much. That's insane, but there's so many sex trafficking going on. That's how I know these wealthy people, the government is in and all this. And it's scary to say on the internet, but I don't really care, okay? Because it's actually sick. It's really, really sick. We go about our day, we go to work, we gotta take care of our family and stuff, and all this is going on in the background, and it's crazy. I know it might not be nothing we can really do about it, but we can all work together and do something about it. I appreciate Tim Tebow for even taking his time out to even do this, okay? Crazy. Okay, I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for watching the video. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified when I upload. I love y'all so much. Peace and love, baby.